You know that strange feeling when you're all alone at night and suddenly you hear something that makes your skin crawl? Well, let me tell you about Sarah's experience. Something that started as terrifying but turned into one of the most heartwarming stories I've ever heard. Every night, right around midnight, Sarah would hear it. The distinct sound of paw steps in the hallway outside her bedroom. Tap, tap, tap. The rhythmic padding of what could only be a dog walking up and down the corridor. The thing is, Sarah lived alone in her grandmother's old house, and she definitely didn't have a pet. At first, she tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was the old wooden floors settling, or perhaps the neighbor's dog somehow getting in. But no matter how many times she checked, the doors were always locked and the sound, well, it was just too precise to be anything else. The footsteps became a nightly occurrence, and strangely enough, Sarah started feeling less scared and more comforted by them. They were consistent, gentle, almost protective in nature. Sometimes, when she was having trouble sleeping, the soft padding would continue until she finally drifted off. It wasn't until she was going through her grandmother's old photos that everything clicked into place. There, in a yellowed photograph from the 1970s, was her grandmother sitting on the front porch with a beautiful German shepherd named Max. Sarah had never known about him, but according to the writing on the back of the photo, Max had been her grandmother's faithful companion for over a decade. The stories from her mother followed. How Max would patrol the hallway every night, checking on everyone, making sure the family was safe. How he'd especially linger outside her grandmother's room, just as these mysterious footsteps now lingered outside Sarah's, in what used to be her grandmother's bedroom. That's when Sarah understood. Max wasn't just her grandmother's protector in life. He had stayed on, continuing his nightly rounds, now watching over her grandmother's granddaughter. Some might find it spooky, but Sarah finds it incredibly touching. Every night at midnight, she smiles when she hears those familiar footsteps, knowing that love truly transcends all boundaries, even those between life and death. You see, sometimes the things that go bump in the night aren't there to frighten us. Sometimes they're just old friends, still keeping their promises, still showing their love, one gentle footstep at a time.